Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me on this very warm and sunny morning we've got here in the southeast of England. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got Trev sunning himself down there, and this video is all about not pulling down. As you can tell from the title, there is no pull down. Now, the downswing, there's a clue in the name, isn't there? It's down. But that doesn't mean we pull the club down. We don't pull this handle down. I'm going to go into detail about what you should do in this transition. Get the club in the position where if you can hit from that position, you will become a much better golfer. You will increase your distance and your consistency of strike. Okay, so I'm going to get the front camera set up, probably put Trev in the shade, and we'll get going. Okay everyone, so I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's playing some golf during July. Playing some good golf hopefully as well. So like I said in the introduction, there is no pull down. Pull down meaning the handle going straight down, the club gets steep, and under speed, yes, it might look great and the club's coming out in front of you, but under speed it doesn't work that way. It becomes steep, you have to the club will drop, or any corrections will have to be made. I don't like that. Number one, it's not on plane. I've got an 8-iron here, you can see the line going up. There's the plane line for an 8-iron for me. If I pull down from the top, I'm not on plane. You can see it's different. The plane line's different. So something's going to have to change. Yes, slow motion, you can see the club's going to be tracking down that plane line pretty much, but under speed it won't work that way. So corrections will have to be made. And if there's corrections made, there's inconsistencies. Believe me, I've been there. Okay, so I'm going to change that around. So what you should do at the top of the backswing and in the transition is what you're looking for. You're looking for the club to be dropping down. But to help with that, you're looking for your hands to kind of go out towards the ball more and allow the hands to go out and allow the club, to drop down. Get in this flat position. That won't happen that long, and that's too extreme, by the way. But from here, you can really start getting connection through the ball, and I'll go into more detail in a few minutes about that. So in the transition, in exaggerated format, you're looking for your hands to do this. What that does, remember the one thing that cures four. Love that statement. Sorts the right elbow out. Look how under it is. I don't care where you are at the top of the backswing. Obviously, the more neutral you get your backswing, the easier it is, obviously. But as we've seen on the TV, if you've been watching the Open, it's weird and wonderful backswings. Some people are over here, some hands are here, some are over here. The more neutral, like I said, you can get, the easier. But just get yourself in this transition where your hands are more out and the club back. So it's not a pull down, the hands go out, which kind of does this this is really exaggerated by the way, but it's this shallowing. So it really gets your hands and arms in a place where you can release it under speed with connection and a bit of control as well. But what gives you that is this kind of hands going out, club down. It allows this club to drop. The more my hands go out, the more my club drops behind me. That's obviously ridiculous, but it gives me the chance now to get my hands back into impact, and there you can see there's the control. My hands are now, my arms are back inside, tight and connected to my body. If I pull down, I'm probably going to have to kind of flare my hands away, and there's your disconnection. So let's get into hitting some balls. Little breakdowns, backswing, really feel like my hands are going out, away from the ball, elbows kind of really under, and then from here I'm going to have to go left, really turn through the ball. The more you can do that, if you can hit the ball from there, I guarantee your consistency of club head, because your club head's going to be nice and passive through impact. You will be able to turn through the ball. There'll be no stopping. There'll be no having to back away. So it's just being able to now, from this position, remember that's too exaggerated, but you're going to bring these hands back into play. You can see there now, with the pulling of my hands going left, it now pulls that club back online. So I'm coming from a flatter position. Hogan said, the flatter my plane, the fatter my wallet. The flatter you can get this plane, the more speed it's going to get pulled back into that ball, and that ball will just get in the way. Get the club behind you and pull. Remember, in normal speed, that's not going to happen. It's probably going to be that much, and then you're off and running. In this exercise, I want you to exaggerate it. Really, as you can see from the behind view, get your hands going out, but allow the club to go down. So what you don't want to do, you don't want your hands to go out and the club to follow you. Then it's kind of double whammy time, so you're really in a bit of pickle there. You're allowing these hands to kind of go flat. So you should be looking like this. Hands out, club back. Hands out, club back. Whatever you do with your legs, it doesn't matter. But a little squat, we'll do a little squat move just to kind of create a little bit more ground pressure. But hands out, club back. It's exaggerated. Then from there, tiny pump, pull the hands back in. So the club is still going to be coming from the inside, but my hands are going inside and tight to me. Now I've got a connection with the golf club by turning through. That's the secret of consistency. It's not easy. Like I said, I think on the beginner video, if I became a beginner again, I think it was that video anyway. This isn't easy. To hit the ball from this position here, that's really difficult. You're gonna have to train yourself to get these hands back into inside, kind of where your left knee, left foot area is. But you can see from the behind view there, because of now my release is going this way, look how much it's pulling the club back into the ball. The more you can do it, the more you're gonna have to really train these hands to kind of pull back inside you. And you can see there, I've got both my kind of top of my arms into my body there. One more stop and then we're going to flow it all together. So really out, like exaggerated. My hands are going out towards, you can see the line there. My hands are going to go out towards those balls. I'm going to make sure my hand and the club falls behind me, I mean. Then from there, I'm really now going to have to pull across it and then turn through. Great exercise in the net, by the way. Okay, so blending it all together, there's no way in a million years you're going to be able to get in this position. But like I've said in previous videos, you're feeling a mile to gain an inch. Okay, so you're going to feel like you swing through this position, but it will probably only last for a couple of clicks at the top of the backswing. So we're going to take 50% pace off it. We're really going to feel like the transition, the hands are going out, feeling like the club's going heavy behind me, nice light grip, and let's give it a go. 50%. You can see there's absolutely no way I can do that. It's probably I've layered 10% of that into it. Okay, let's go there. Ridiculous, look at that. Halfway down, left arm parallel to the ground. My left arm is actually pointing away from me. That's where it should be kind of neutral, but we're going to go ridiculous. Get your hands back in, which pulls that club back online. Such an amazing exercise. It will really improve the amount of speed, control, the path, your plane, the amount of control you've got on the club face, because you're going to have to rotate your body. So one more with the exaggerated exercise. Don't care what your backswing is. Really get your hands out. Elbow, you can see from the front view there, is right under my left arm. It's too much. Okay, let's blend it all together. No stopping. 50% pace. Hands out towards those three balls outside the mat there. And you can see the forces of the club now don't want to do that. But I'm layering 5% of it, and that is all you need. So you can see the great players in history allow the club to drop shallow a little bit. And it's not shallow, it's just on plane really. They're never above plane, and they're definitely not pulling down. So if you ever heard pull the toilet chain, that is wrong, because you don't want that, because under speed it goes wrong there. Remember, it's a game of opposites. The more the hands go out, the more the club goes down. So to do it in drill format, practice swing format, just do plenty of those. Out towards the ball, out towards the ball, and then just let it go from there. And when you hit a ball, obviously just let it go, but feel like your hands are going out slightly, nice and light in the grip to make it go heavy, and then you can just turn through the ball. And my favourite statement is your club now will be your friend, because now the club will be turning and coming out to the ball without any deviation. So you can turn through and be free with it whilst the club's turning and swinging at the same pace, roughly. It's always going to go a bit quicker, as you are. And there's your control. Your connection happens just before impact, but that happens because your hands are coming in, and then you can turn through the ball and hold that club face nice and passive through the ball. And remember, under speed, that's the key. And this is really difficult, but if you want to really take your game to the next level, so if you're a high single figures handicapper and you want to be a 2 or 3 handicapper, obviously there's more elements to this, but this is what you want. Or if you want to introduce a little bit more power and speed, and obviously control as well, so that's starting line and spin as well, this is what you need. Practice it, practice it. This is a sort of practice exercise that you can do away from the golf course, in a net, at the driving range, at home, practice swings, wherever. Get your hands outside, get the plane of the club shallow and flat, and then from there the club and the forces of that club will take care of itself. Trust me, I've been there. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me, and this is difficult and I'm sure I'm going to get a few negative comments on this video because it is difficult and it's slightly against the grain, but remember it's a game of opposites. If you want that club face and the forces of that club face to work with you, this is what you want to do. The correct plane but under speed, what the club head does under speed, so you need to trust it and obviously control as well. Okay everyone, so I'll stop rabbiting now. Have a great golfing day if you're playing. The sun's shining here, so hopefully it's sun shining where you are too. Please let me know where you are. If you've got any comments or if you're new to the channel, I'd love to hear from you. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'd love you to have you along as part of the community. Okay everyone, so until tomorrow, we bid you farewell. If you're playing today, have a great golfing day and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, I will, I don't know about Trev. We'll see you then. Thanks everyone. Cheerio.